Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's once again my honor and pleasure to be here this morning on behalf of the Greater Sacramento Area Fireworks Safety Task Force. My name is Dennis Ravel, and I've had the distinct honor and privilege of assisting with the public information coordination for the task force for seems like eons now, but the task force is a safety coalition composed of representatives of local government, all the fire service agencies that serve the Greater Sacramento area, the 378 nonprofit organizations who sell state-approved fireworks as their primary fundraiser in the Greater Sacramento area, the state-approved fireworks industry. I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce some of the members of the task force and representatives of the various departments that we have here this morning. First, from the Office of State Fire Marshal, State Fire Marshal Dennis Matheson, Deputy Chief Scott McLean. From the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office, Amy Holliday. From Sacramento City Fire Department, Fire Chief Walt White and Fire Prevention Officer Steve Bodick. From Folsom Fire Department, Fire Chief Felipe Rodriguez and Division Chief Ken Cusano. From Sacramento Metropolitan Fire District, Assistant Chief Tyler Wagaman and Fire Investigator John Barsdale. From Consumnes Fire Department, Fire Marshal Morgana Yankee, and from the Sheriff's Department, Detective Tom McHugh, who's with their Crime Bureau and Bomb Squad. Funding for the task force activity is achieved via a voluntary $85 contribution from each of the 378 nonprofit organizations who sell state-approved fireworks in this community, with a corresponding contribution from the state-approved fireworks industry. I would like to draw your attention to some of the displays and handouts that we have here this morning. First on my left is a display of illegal fireworks seized by many of the various agencies, either recently or in recent months. Later in the news conference, the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office will be explaining the dangers of both the commercially manufactured as well as homemade varieties of these illegal fireworks. On my right is a display of the state-approved fireworks that will be offered for sale in communities throughout the area beginning on noon on June 28th in most jurisdictions. This morning, we are not only here to once again announce our zero tolerance efforts against illegal fireworks and the tough sentencing guidelines you'll hear from Amy Holliday about that apply to both adults and juveniles found to be using or possessing illegal fireworks, but to once again enlist the public's help in protecting this community from the threat of illegal fireworks by calling their local police or fire departments at the non-emergency dispatch numbers or filing a report using the new illegal fireworks reporting smartphone app called Nailin. To give you some semblance of the order in which we'll proceed this morning, first will be CAL FIRE's State Fire Marshal Dennis Matheson, who will give you a statewide perspective. Then Sacramento City Fire Chief Walt White will address the zero tolerance effort against illegal fireworks in this community. Then Sacramento Deputy District Attorney Amy Holliday will address the consequences violators will face. It's important to note that the task force was formed some 27 years ago and served as a model for the now highly acclaimed California statewide fireworks safety and education program coordinated through the California State Fire Marshal's Office. As many of you who have covered this task force over the years know, the task force has historically provided critical funding for dedicated patrols in communities throughout Sacramento and Placer County so as to provide the patrol resources to put a stop to illegal fireworks. The sale of state-approved fireworks provides this critical funding to those agencies for keeping neighborhoods safe and finding and confiscating illegal fireworks. Funds from illegal fireworks sales support educational materials, these law enforcement teams, and the prosecution of the violators in an effort to reduce criminal behavior on the 4th of July. In addition, over 3,000 nonprofit organizations throughout California benefit every year from the sale of state-approved fireworks, raising approximately $35 million that is plowed back into their community to fund many critical programs. Despite the public's demand for increased enforcement, and years of collaborative efforts between the state-approved fireworks industry and state and local fire and law enforcement agencies to increase public education and create administrative citations, task forces, and the like. The sale and use of illegal fireworks has reached epidemic proportions. Local jurisdictions have become not only the first line of defense, but in many instances, the only line of defense. Many of you will recall that last year we released and tested a beta version of a free illegal fireworks reporting smartphone app. Earlier this month, we officially launched the revised version of that app and expect it to assist enforcement efforts by allowing citizens to assist fire and law enforcement agencies by being their eyes and ears out there in the community. This unique smartphone app is appropriately named NALEM and places the power of illegal fireworks enforcement in the palm of any Californian's hands. It will allow them to report the possession, sale, and use of illegal fireworks in their community, along with photos and GPS locations. In participating locations, these citizens' complaints will be automatically routed to the correct law enforcement and fire personnel. The reporting individual can also opt in to receive notifications and be kept informed regarding when and how their complaint was handled. This year, public safety agencies throughout California face a daunting task. Law enforcement agencies and fire departments throughout the state will need everyone's help to protect their communities against the dangers of illegal fireworks. The brave men and women of these patrols will cite you, and thanks to the underwriting provided by the task force, you'll receive the justice you deserve. I'd now like to introduce CAL FIRE State Fire Marshal Dennis Matheson, who enjoys the unique distinction of being one of the original member agencies and participants in this task force over the year in his service, both at American River Fire Protection District and then the city of Roseville. And we are honored and pleased to have him as our new State Fire Marshal.
Thank you, Dennis. Yes, it's definitely my honor to be in attendance today in my new role as State Fire Marshal, and especially since I've been able to participate in this process for about 20 plus years with my local fire agency experience. On behalf of CAL FIRE Office of the State Fire Marshal and the State Board of Fire Services, State Fire Marshal's office stands in full support of all fire and law enforcement agencies throughout the state, in particular the greater Sacramento area Fireworks Safety Task Force. Again, having the unique honor of serving with all of the local Sacramento area fire and law enforcement agencies in my former roles was certainly a privilege, and I'm glad I get to continue doing that in this new role. Even though local programs such as this task force, as well as our office's statewide safety and education effort, have reduced the number of fireworks-related incidents, illegal fireworks still remain enemy number one in the fire service. The problem continues to grow, despite the best efforts of fire and law enforcement officials and the many examples of successful public education and a variety of similar task forces around the state. In many communities throughout California, over the last several 4th of Julys, people can look into the sky, see dazzling and brilliant fireworks exploding above them. Unfortunately, these pyrotechnics are the illegal variety. Many fire officials throughout the state have commented that these illegal displays rival many of the approved public display shows. California has a zero tolerance policy for the sale and use of illegal fireworks. Illegal fireworks include items such as skyrockets, bottle rockets, Roman candles, firecrackers, and other types of devices that explode, go into the air, or move around on the ground in an uncontrollable manner. It's illegal to sell, transport, or use fireworks that do not carry the Safe and Sane seal, as well as possess any fireworks in a community where they are not permitted. Users of illegal fireworks can cause severe damage and significant injuries at a time of year when we should all be celebrating a special occasion. Not engaging in destructive criminal behavior. Enforcement agencies are using every tool at their disposal to cut off supplies of illegal fireworks and stop this activity in its tracks. As we approach the holiday, Californians can help by being vigilant and report incidents of illegal fireworks sales or use to their local fire authorities. We are urging the public to celebrate our nation's independence safely. For those who choose to use fireworks, make sure the fireworks are safe and sane, that they are allowed in the community that you want to use them in, and please follow all safety precautions. Celebrating by attending a professional fireworks public display show is also a good alternative. I wish you all a safe Independence Day with your families. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Sacramento Fire Department Fire Chief, Walt White.
Well, good morning and welcome to Station 5 of the Sacramento Fire Department. Our department is proud to stand together with these other distinguished public safety agencies, particularly as we reflect upon the success and take pride in what we have been able to accomplish in previous years. All member agencies of the task force are stressing zero tolerance for illegal fireworks. No one wants to deprive family, friends, or neighbors of celebration of the 4th of July. Although those who use illegal fireworks are going to find that there are harsh penalties because we don't want to endanger others and ruin the holiday for anyone else. This year, fire departments and law enforcement agencies are once again teaming up and will be implementing a zero tolerance effort against illegal fireworks, which includes tough sentencing guidelines for violators. A task force of dedicated police, fire, sheriff officers have been assembled to issue citations to individuals found possessing and or using illegal fireworks, and where there is sufficient quantity or severity, arrests will be made. I would like to offer this stern warning for those of you, for those who are found in possession of illegal fireworks. Please note that this community will not tolerate them. If you want to celebrate this holiday, plan to celebrate using only state-approved fireworks, safe and sane fireworks. As you can see, there are many options available. These fireworks, as mentioned by Fire Marshal Matheson, they do not fly or explode or create the hazards and the dangers that we associate with the illegal fireworks. They are sold only at authorized booths. They're easy to find. There's 127 of these authorized booths just in Sacramento City alone. They should be used under proper adult supervision and only discard used fireworks into a non-combustible container with a lid after they have been thoroughly extinguished. The task force will be out there in strength to issue citations, confiscate illegal fireworks, and arrest individuals if the illegal fireworks are found in sufficient quantities or cause severe damage. Those individuals with illegal fireworks should consider this to be fair warning. We are targeting illegal fireworks users, and we are going to do everything we can to make sure that you don't ruin the 4th of July for others. As our slogan here, if you light it, we will ride it. In our continuing effort to protect our citizens and our communities from illegal fireworks, the task force is once again soliciting the public's support when it comes to identifying users of illegal fireworks. If you see someone using illegal fireworks, selling, you should call your local non-emergency number for the dispatch center and report those activities. So once again, I just want to stress that we'll have zero tolerance for the use of illegals There's plenty of legal, safe, and sane options available. And I thank you for coming in here today and helping us spread the message when it comes to fireworks safety.
Now will be Deputy District Attorney Amy Holliday.
Good morning. I'm Amy Holliday with the District Attorney's Office, and we're proud to be here alongside with our fire and law enforcement partners as members of the task force. Illegal bottle rockets, aerial shells, and firecrackers pose serious fire dangers. M80s and other explosives injure people. Therefore, on behalf of the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office and this task force, I'm here to announce that this 4th of July, we will once again adhere to the following disposition and sentencing guidelines for those found to be possessing, igniting, or selling illegal fireworks. For those who insist on making this dangerous choice to use illegal fireworks, here are some of the consequences. Violators found to be in possession of illegal fireworks will be offered an opportunity to plead guilty to a misdemeanor charge and required to serve a minimum of 5 days in the county jail and serve a period of probation of 3 years. Individuals caught igniting illegal fireworks will be offered an opportunity to plead guilty to a misdemeanor crime and be required to serve a minimum of 10 days in the county jail, along with a period of probation of 3 years. If the facts demonstrate that the person in possession or igniting these illegal fireworks placed the health or well-being of a child in danger, the violator will be required to serve a minimum of 30 additional days in the county jail. Now, obviously, these offers may be increased if the defendant is found to have a prior criminal record, illegal fireworks were actually ignited, or others were placed in danger. If illegal fireworks charges are prosecuted as felonies because of the amount, the type, or in the way in which they were used, state prison commitments may be sought. This is particularly true if the defendant has a prior criminal record. But all of these things can be avoided very simply by using good judgment and by using legal, safe fireworks. Everyone here, including the District Attorney's Office, wants our community to enjoy this holiday with our families and children. Thank you.
In closing, before we have Detective McHugh do an explanation of the illegal fireworks that are on display to my left, the men and women who are affiliated with the nonprofit organizations throughout this area, as well as the men and women who have dedicated their lives in the public service or in public service in the public safety agencies represented here today, have made a difference in the last year. And I want to compliment the media because you too have made a difference in the last year. Last year we challenged you to take a look at the social media ads for illegal fireworks, particularly Craigslist. Thanks to the coverage that you gave it and the investigative and enforcement capabilities of all the participating agencies, we have cut those illegal fireworks social media ads in half. By comparison, we compile a summary for fire and law enforcement around the state. These are just a sampling of the ads in LA County in the last week. This is all there is in Sacramento. A copy of this has been put in your press packet. I would invite you to once again make a difference in this community by taking a serious look at and doing some investigative reporting on that. With that,